Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. Rules for Shopping at Sweet Lolita. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. We are delighted to welcome you to Sweet Lolita. Within this magical space lies the secret to your holistic transformation appearance-wise, and you would find yourself shedding away the insipid normalcy to embrace the elegant princess that had always been residing inside you. Our assortments include a wide variety of Lolita-themed apparels, completed with elaborate jewelry and accessories, so rest assured that you can find something befitting your needs, styles, and body type. But alas, our store has been around for quite some time. The age adds quaint qualities to its charm, but also invites anomalous entities to settle in. The following set of rules we prepared should be able to protect you from them, and please kindly note that we would not assume responsibility for the consequences resulting from non-compliance. 1. The flooring of our store is made of superior grade wood and maintenance is conducted regularly to eliminate any possibility of it creaking, cracking, or releasing strange sounds under your steps. If the floor squeaks as you navigate the area and an unexplainable shudder bolts down your spine, please quickly proceed to another section before the noises escalate into laughter or sobs. 2. The decoration is consistent through our entire store, and the main color palette for every space consists of warm tones only. If you happen to come across a room whose layout is a stark contrast to the rest, usually with Victorian-era aesthetic and cold, bleak tones, pretend not to see it and walk away. It usually looks majestic with imposing fixtures and clothing items to appeal to the bypassers, but don't let it entice you. This room is not of our realm. We cannot interfere with what transpires inside and will not be able to help you. 3. Agonizing moaning and desperate calls for help could occasionally be heard from the said room. Glance inside and you might even see a sickly arm clawing on the carpeted floor behind the large decorations, bloodied fingers convulsing and extending as though the owner is in great pain. Don't enter. You cannot help them. Clear the area at once if you don't want to join them. 4. The painting on the wall near the fitting room should always portray three sisters. If one is missing, don't enter, even when you couldn't wait to try on your new outfits. Head elsewhere and wait around 15 minutes, she would usually be back by then. Upon your return, if you still notice her absence, calmly place the dresses you have down on the floor and retreat to the entrance. You are being followed. The apparels should serve as a distraction long enough for you to get away. 5. In the situation that you forget to check the painting before entering the fitting room, please be vigilant and mindful of your surroundings. If you hear and see nothing, you should be safe, she's not interested in you. However, if the worst comes to worst, you would constantly see a pale woman peeking onto the room through the curtain in your peripherals, her smile reaching her cheekbones and her black eyes boring into you. There would be suspicious rustling sounds, accompanied with heavy breathing and crazed laughter. Do not panic, proceed with the following steps and she should be away soon. Complaint about your body type allowed, nitpicking all your imperfections and making up some if needed. She will no longer see you as a worthy prize when you do not have an ideal figure. Curse. Use expletives. Be creative. She dislike unladylike specimens. Compare yourself with other women, making it clear that you are a background character in most gathering and others tend to use you as a foil to highlight them. As mentioned, she has no interest in imperfect woman and would lose interest in you. Act natural, pretend that you are releasing bottled up emotions and do not let her realize you are attempting to trick her. Do not stop until you no longer feel her eyes on your back. 6. Our objective is to craft a comfortable and pleasant experience for customers, and we have notified all staff members not to follow people around or offer unsolicited assistance. If you find yourself approached by a young girl in a gothic dress who claims to be an employee, cut her off before she finishes any sentence. Refrain from physical contact, do not let her grasp your arms, and do not look her in the eyes. Strongly reject all her suggestions. She will eventually apologize for the hassle and leaves. Make sure to keep your eyes on her until she gets out of sight. That girl is a product of the strange room we referred to in Rule 2 and 3, and would try to drag you there if given the chance. We must emphasize that we cannot save you once the room claim you. 7. Our merchandise do not include wigs. Remember this well, as you might find yourself in a section with countless mannequin heads wearing their hair in complex styles. Do not touch them, do not come close to them, do not look at them. You might see them turning towards your direction, blinking, and smiling from the corner of your eyes, but do not spare a single glance to confirm. Immediately go back the way you came. You will hear faint voices tickling your ears as you leave, and notice a mild metallic smell lingering in the air, but do not respond or show signs of fear. 8. Our footwear options are diverse, but we do not sell red high heels. If you happen to see a pair, do not try them on despite how much they appeal to you. There is a reason for the vibrancy and brightness of their color. 9. Our store only use bust mannequins for the display section, there should not be a headless one with full body among them. If you encounter a mannequin of this kind, we are terribly sorry for the inconvenience, but you have to cancel your shopping plan for the day and leave the establishment as soon as possible. Ignore the footsteps behind you on the way out, it is bound to the store and will no longer pose a threat once you walk out of the door. 10. Coupons are provided to customers who have encountered unwanted situations in the store as compensations. Please check what is written on them carefully and return those mentioning hair or Victorian ambience. Failure to comply will lead to you being trapped in the room or becoming the newest addition to the wig section, and there is nothing we could do to help you at that point. Remember these rules well and you should be safe. We hope you have a fantastic time at Sweet Lolita. Story 2. Death has been killed. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. With the new technology giving living beings immortality, the 4 horsemen of apocalypse have been reduced to 3. Conquest, war, and famine are enraged and have swore to torment us humans who have dared to kill death. There's not much we can do against these supernatural beings, and they won't stop until the thirst of their revenge has been quenched. There's certain measures you must take if you want to stay safe until it's over. 1. If you see a white horse, it's conquest, an army must be marching towards your place. It's best if you surrender, they can't kill you but will torture you if you resist. Comply with their demands no matter how absurd they may be if you don't want to get hurt. 2. If you see a red horse, it's war, your area is going to be under war soon. Leave everything and run away. This is the modern world where wars are fought with nukes. You will not die, but mutations through radiations and extreme pain from burns will be there. It's best to migrate to another country where the horsemen haven't showed up yet. 3. If you see a black horse, it's famine, all food is going to rot in your area. Stock up on all kinds of preserved food you can, anything else will rot and be inedible. 4. If you see a pale horse, death has somehow revived, it's back for revenge. Go spend time with your family and friends, we're all gonna die soon if this ever happens. May you all survive their wrath. Story 3. Rules for when the power goes out. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Hey, if you are reading this, there is a chance that soon all the power in your house goes out. Don't worry though, as long as you don't break these rules you'll be fine, or at least you will make it out alive. Find a light source that doesn't acquire electricity, like a candle or something. It is very important to stay near this light source because the dark is the place where they like to stay. Make as minimum noise as possible. You might wake them up if you don't. Don't call someone for help. This wouldn't work, they will always come too late. It is recommended to fix the lights as soon as possible, to make sure the risk of you getting injured is as low as possible. If you don't decide to fix the lights, you should be fine too as long as you follow Rule 1. The power should go back on in 2 hours or so, and then you're safe. There's a chance that the power doesn't go on after 2 hours, and when this happens the air will get toxic. It kills any light source you have left and can cause deep wounds on your skin. You have to hide under a thick blanket, that might be the only thing that can save you at this point. They will be no longer a danger since they suffer under the same effects. 6a The light will go back on in exactly 4 hours. You will be safe then. 7 Do not leave the building you're in under any circumstances. Your house is the only place where there is a chance of coming out of this alive. Do not worry about Rule 8. It wasn't important anyway, smiley face. Food and drinks are safe to drink BTW, why don't you come to the kitchen and get some? Laughing face. 9 If you break any of these rules, you should prepare yourself to fight. You'll most likely die, but here is a very small chance you can kill them. Memorize these rules, since this will happen to you. Story 4. Work rules at FL Industries. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Hello new employee. You have been hired at FL Industries. Here we are devoted to science and only science. Smiley face. Before you begin your first experiment. Some rules before we start. 1. Do not listen to any rules that are not listed with Arabic numerals, have emoticons, or are off compared to the other rules or any combination of these. They have been sneaking these in. 2. Always report anything no matter what. Winky face. 3. Always use protective equipment, no matter what substance you are given. Unless instructed by your supervisor. Failure to follow this may lead to painful mutation or death. If you fail, refer to Rule 12. 4. Never bring any snacks or food to your lab. The substances that we work with can cause many undesirable things to happen to your food. 5. If the substance has the tag, unknown, take extra precautions. This tag is there for a reason. 6. Attempt to communicate with them. They can possibly bring so much scientific discovery. 7. In the event that they enter, communicate with them, they may be friendly. 8. Never communicate with them. They are very dangerous. They will likely kill you or imprison you forever. 9. In the event of a spill, calmly exit the room, while switching the self-seal switch. You will have 2 seconds to exit before the room is filled with a seal. If you fail to exit, you will be imprisoned and die. 10. In the event that they enter, use the self-seal switch to imprison both you and it. This will save more from being killed. You don't want to lead us to our deaths? 11. In the event of a power outage, keep an eye on everything. If you see something out of the corner of your eye, they have broken in. Refer to Rule 12. 12. In the event that the substance has made contact with your skin, or they have broken in, go to Cabinet 12, and take a needle. Inject its contents into a vein. This injection will kill you in order to spare you from a much more gruesome fate. We at FL Industries hope that you have a safe time working with us. Smiley face. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.